Okay, it's the next day and they're dry. So this is what I have. Yeah, I'm really not liking this, but I'm hoping that the next step will fix it. So what I'm going to do is cut myself a bunch of pieces of paper towel. Maybe I'll go down. Maybe I'll just, yeah, maybe I'll go down this way. So they don't have to be perfect. They just need to be little pieces, strips. I can always cut more if I run out. And I can always use this on another project if I cut too many. Okay, so there you go. And I'm just going to use just school glue and cover these. I'll probably cover this one up too, see what I can do with it. Or maybe I'll just give up on this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start with this one because I do kind of like this one. And you know, this shape looks a little bit like a pine cone, so I'm wondering, hold on a sec. I'm thinking that maybe I could, I wonder if this tape would work. This is just masking tape. And it hates to cooperate with me. See, it keeps making a mess of itself. But anyway, it's okay for this kind of project, probably. Yeah, okay, I do need to kind of stuff it. So this is cotton that comes out of my vitamin bottles. And so I'm just going to kind of stuff it like I did for the owl. Only maybe make it a little stuffed a little bit more or something, just to shape it a little bit. It's not wanting to cooperate very good. So this might be a project fail too. I'm doing this mostly so that it won't be bumpy, so that it'll be smoother. That's pretty. That looks like a flower at the bottom. So many things you can do with pine cones. I wonder if that would stamp. How it would work. Well, yeah, it wouldn't really, because it's not evenly the raised edges are not even. Okay, let's try putting some tape on it now. Okay, fine. You want to split in half? We'll split you in half. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to cover this with some tape and try to shape it as I go. And try to avoid places that I didn't stuff well enough. Avoid making dents. Maybe stuff it some more if I need to. There we go. So yeah, I just kind of had this idea just like a few minutes ago, and I'm giving it a try, so yeah, I haven't made one yet, so I don't know if it'll work out or not. So you can experiment with me. And, knock on wood, the tape is deciding to cooperate all of a sudden. That's good. Okay, now let's try to, like, fine-tune it, cover it better. Trying to make it a little bit tight and to cover everything. Because it stands on its own like that, I'm not going to shape the bottom so that it's more egg. Like I was thinking of doing this. Actually, maybe I will. I will after all. So to make the bottom look more egg-shaped. So I'm using up a lot of this tape, but I think it might be worth it. Yeah, I think it was a good idea to do that, and it might, yeah, it still sort of stands up. Well, it worked well for a few minutes anyway, for a few pieces, the tape that is. Okay, so if I had, like, taken more time and shaped it better when I was stuffing it, it would look better. But I mean, I can use some of these bits of paper towel that I cut to use to, like, places that have dents in them. So I'm just gonna keep stuffing and taping until I'm happy with the shape. So I was looking at these egg shapes that I did, and I was thinking how, well, I mean, the egg shape is very pleasing to me. I really like the shape of an egg, and I don't really know what it is about it. It's kind of like me and peace symbols and other things that I like. I don't really know why I like it so much, I just do. But anyway, the shape of an egg, especially like a flat egg shape like this, but I love the, you know, the spherical type shape. Anyway, I really like eggs. I would love to have a collection of, like, really pretty, oh, I really love the what are they called? The Ukrainian Easter eggs. Oh, they're so beautiful. Love those. Pisinki, I think they're called. And anyway, what I'm trying to get at is is that this shape can turn into a balloon. Like you can put a little thing for the where you tie the balloon. You can do just a little shape there at the bottom, or you can have a bunch of them and it can be a flower. These can be flower petals. And yeah, they're cool. Egg shapes are cool. Okay, so this is obviously not going to be perfect, but I'm liking it. I'm liking this idea I had. It's probably been done. I mean, I haven't seen it, but it's probably been done. Okay, I think I'm just going to make sure that I have everything covered up. Good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Well, maybe a little bit right there. It's acting up again. Okay, this is probably going to end up being a long video. Or maybe I'll do parts. Okay, now that I have this, I mean it's not perfect. It's kind of bumpy and stuff, but I like it. I'm gonna go with it. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cover this one and this one with this and glue. And I wonder if I should do the tape thing with this one too. No, I'm not going to. Okay, I think I'm going to abandon this one or use it for something else in the future, because it's just not making me happy. It just doesn't look right. So, yeah, I'm gonna put this aside for now and find my glue. My container's almost empty. I think I'm gonna have to refill it soon. This is just glue with a little bit of water mixed in it to make it go further. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to refill this because I'm probably not even going to have enough for this project. But anyway, we'll see how far that gets me for now. Start with this one. So basically I'm just going to put a bunch of glue and strips and then glue on top. It's kind of like papier-mâché, but I think it's stronger and lasts longer to do it this way. And I got this idea from watching Neil Buchanan on Art Attack, a kids TV show. I love watching kids art shows or kids crafts, and because you can get lots of really cool ideas from that kind of show. And Neil Buchanan Art Attack was one of my absolute favorite ones. He's really cool and he does some very cool stuff. Anyway, if I remember, I will add a link to the Art Attack website. And yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's for kids, but you can learn the basics and you can learn all kinds of really cool stuff. And you can get lots of cool ideas that you can adapt to make it more adult. Or you can just do it with your kids. I don't have kids, so... But anyway, yeah. So... I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing here until it's all covered. I'm not sure how many layers I'm gonna do. Probably 2 layers. I'm probably not gonna let it dry between the layers. I probably should, but I'm probably not going to. So anyway, I'll be back once both this, and that's not both. When both parts of this egg and then this egg is covered in paper towel, I'll be back. Okay, I definitely need to refill my water. I mean my glue container, because I definitely don't have enough for the second egg. I probably need to cut up some more paper towel too. So anyway, I'll show you. So I just pour in glue. And put some water in it. Hold on a sec. See? Normally I just bring this to the sink, but to show you, I'll just use this and refill this. So this is just water, and not a lot, but just a little bit. And that's possibly too much even. This is an old paintbrush that the brush part fell off, and so yeah, I use this to stir, and so I just mix it until, yeah, I definitely put too much in. So I'm just gonna put more glue. It's just a little bit to thin it a little bit, and if you do this, it's a little bit easier to work with, and it makes your glue go a little bit further because you're adding to it, of course. And yeah, just mix it and try to be careful not to make it spill everywhere. Now, the first little while when you've done this, and until it's been mixed really well, it'll be watery for a little while, is what I'm trying to say. But then eventually, once you've used a lot of it, it gets better. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the best I'm going to be able to do for mixing it. but I'll go a little bit longer. This tip also came from Neil Buchanan from Art Attack. I just love that show. I love everything about that show. I even love the name of it. It's just awesome. I wouldn't mind having a like DVD set of all the shows. But anyway. There we go. Okay, now that's mixed pretty good now. Okay, so now you can just use it. So I'm going to cover this egg. Now, while I was doing this one, I did a couple of things that I'm going to show you, but those need to dry and probably like overnight. So I'm just going to leave them. But I will show you while I'm working on this one, those things. Okay, so I will do a section here. Yeah, see, it works much easier now that I've refilled it, because before it was like thick and almost run out, and so it was hard to get what I needed out of it. Anyway, okay, so so you see here there's a little bit of a dent. So what I can do is kind of mush up this and well, okay. I can do it the messier way. There we go. So you can kind of use your paper towel as a type of clay or something, or filler, and make it so that it's less bumpy. You can make it smoother by doing this, but doing this uses a lot more paper towel, just so you know. But I think it's worth it. And then, yeah, and you can like do it in little sections, and when you're happy with the way it looks, then you can just put your strips on as you want to. And with this one, I ended up putting a lot of coats, because a lot of layers of the paper towel, because I was doing what I'm doing here, kind of filling in parts and then covering up to make it look a little smoother, and you know, making fewer lines and things like that line right there. Like I was covering up some of the lines, making the top layer, making it go as much in the same direction as I could and stuff like that. But the other thing that I want to show you, hold on a sec. Okay, you can also, the messier way, probably the better way, is you can dunk this in your glue, and like I said, it's messy, and then you can do this, and then you end up with it's almost like a paper clay or something. And then this can be molded and shaped, and then you can use your fingers to kind of smooth stuff out, which is what I was doing towards the end. I was smoothing stuff out and shaping with my fingers, and you do use a lot of glue. If you're gonna make a project like this, you're gonna use a lot of glue and a lot of paper towel. So yeah, there you go. So that's what I wanted to show you, and I'll be back once I do more to this.